Hi. Word. Hi. So, truth, we're foodies. We're eating while we're doing this. Blaine made some awesome dehydrated apple chips.
Apple chips.
And, so we're just doing what we love because we love to eat and work out and all of those things. So, what is a Beachbody coach? Let's talk about that. This is it. This is Beachbody coaching. You don't have to be a certain person, a special person. You don't have to know anything. Nobody's different from anybody else. All you have to do is have a heart to want to help people find their strengths, interests, goals, and help them meet their needs and figure out what it is that helps them tick so they can work towards their goals. And a lot of people might get caught up in the seeing the power player coaches, the top 10, and they're all polished and all of that. You don't have to be polished to do this thing and to be really awesome at it.
No, we always talk about how just giving back to people, sharing what you do for fitness and health. And we're in such an awesome community. We're also part of the top 2 team in Beachbody. So it's just something that we just get together with a whole bunch of people that are doing the same thing that we're doing, and we support each other, and we encourage new people to come on board and do the same thing. So we're kind of designing a life for ourselves and doing what we love, designing our life that way, if that makes sense.
It totally does. And it's kind of crazy because, I was telling my husband, and I think I might have shared this with you when I first signed up, or when we were talking about getting you going in Shakeology and stuff. I was just like, dude, if I could just get paid to help people get healthy, that would be awesome. Because Blaine and I, we went to spin together, we worked out at the club together, we did all those things in our past, and people would always, I'm sure they stopped you too, but they'd stop me on the way in or out, hey, you're looking good. For me, I'm almost 40, or I was then. Now I'm approaching 41 in June, actually 2 days from now. Crazy.
I'm going to be 30.
Shut up. And so I would tell Eric, I'm like, if I could just get checks in the mail for helping people get healthy and be healthful, that would be freaking awesome. And literally 2 weeks later, my now sponsoring coach came up to me and approached me out of nowhere. We've known each other forever. Her name's Mish. And she's just like, you talk about P90X that you and your husband did all the time. You blab your mouth. Why are you not a coach? And I'm like, what is a coach? She's like, don't you ever watch the DVD after the workout? And I'm like, F no. When it's over, I shut it down and I go stretch and eat. I'm hungry. That's what I'm doing. So she shared the opportunity with me, and I totally was just like, this fit flawlessly into my life and what I wanted to do. It's leveraging the efforts of a community of awesome souls just wanting to help each other do better and be better. One of the things that we do is you work harder on developing your own self and your skills to be able to extend to help to other people than you do on anything else. So even if you just try, you're already going to become a better person.
That's one of the best things about this is personal development. They introduce you into all this stuff to making yourself completely better in all areas of your life, not just fitness and health. Mm-hmm. And I always would communicate with Karen and was like, I need to help people. I know I have a thing inside me that needs to help people. And I started doing Insanity a long time ago. And I didn't even know about the coaching opportunity. I don't know what I was thinking. And I was telling her, I was spending so much money on, amino acids and greens or superfoods and protein.
Both were
I think I was spending $200 a month. And we
found it. Grocers.
Yeah, we found it all in a combination of one. Because once you get to that period where you're trying to really get healthy, you're trying to learn all this stuff, and we found it in Shakeology and so much cheaper. And a lot of people always are like, is this a pyramid scam? Totally not. I mean, I buy Shakeology monthly for $124 a month, and I have the opportunity to offer it to other people. That's it. And if I don't ever want to, I don't ever have to. So it's I can run my own business for $124 a month, which is unbelievable.
And the crazy thing is, and you probably found this to be true too, after your first month of actually having Shakeology, once you help other people get started, it completely covers the cost of your Shakeology. So if you're anything like me, you probably only paid your coach sign-up fee, which was waived because you got a challenge pack. So you got a fitness program free with Shakeology. And then after your first month, from helping other people, your product's covered and then some. How much money, not that we want to talk about numbers, but you, in the last 8 months, have done extremely well. It's taken me as long as it's taken her to do it in 8 months. I've done it in 15 months. And we're right at that $10,000 mark, which is pretty unbelievable of just getting checks weekly in the mail. On Saturday, I go out and I get the mail and I'm like, oh, check from Team Beachbody. Like,
every week.
What the hell? It's so
awesome.
Cool. It's so amazing.
I've also paid off 3 credit cards now, so I'm like super excited. And I also get my husband and my Shakeology covered for free.
Me too. Actually, both of us. Yeah.
We're getting 2. And the value of Shakeology in my eyes is I can't say, you can't put a price on it because it's literally, I mean, Google it. It's the best thing you could ever put in your system, and I am 100% in love with it. And on top of it, it tastes amazing.
I'm obsessed with the chocolate.
And there's so many ways to use it. Like, you can use it in cooking. Karen does, like, banana bread. I've made ice cream with it. I've done mug cakes. There's so many options to, like, help you along your way. So that's kind of what Beachbody coaching is a little bit about.
It's like one of those things, like, I think we should talk about our wives a little bit, kind of what brought us here, because we can talk about that stuff all day long. And, like, this is where we're going to get really impassioned. Like, I was talking about approaching my 40th birthday and wanting to, like, share my knowledge and learn more because I just love health and fitness. I always have, and nutrition. And I started taking a look around at my peers at 40, which for me, I mean, I'm a party animal. I've done that whole scene. But at 40, you start looking around when you're in the grocery store and you see a great divide between folks that are putting in an effort to really try to care for themselves for their future and people that are being haggard and not giving a shit and just being like FML and, you know, all of that. And just, it's a huge difference. And I was starting to feel huge joint pain in my hands from giving massage for 15 years, selflessly, like giving myself to my clients because I love them and I love what I've done. But my why stems from, here I am looking at 40 going, oh my gosh, I see this life that I want. The only way that I'm going to get it in my current situation is to work harder, work longer, and keep beating my body up. And then the opportunity got presented to me, and I'm like, oh my God, we get to be on the number 2 team in all of the company. And we're leveraging the volume of everybody that's being added underneath us, and we're growing so fast. And I was watching our coach do that, and I'm like, okay, well, I don't have to be special. I don't have to really know anything other than be willing to learn because it's all there for us. Once you're on this team, you'll get to see what happens in the back side of things. It's all there for you, and all you have to do is just plug and play and put your own
just like share your own story. And just like with Karen, like I graduated college in an art major, and then my husband plays basketball in Cancun, so I lived there 7 months out of the year. I've done all of this online on my own time, my own hours. And, you know, I really wanted to do it because I went through a phase in my life where I was kind of lost with eating, and I was using exercise as a mental therapy. I still do. It's all mental for me. It's totally helps me so much. Oh my gosh. I love it. I know that's crazy, but I love the pain of sweating and getting my ass kicked, but I wasn't eating right. I was eating clean, not really clean. I wasn't balancing all the food groups, and I was really struggling because there's no changes in my body. So I really had like a breakdown with finding something that I love, and Karen introduced me to it, and it really helped me find balance. And I just feel like I have to share that with everybody and give it back because I'm somebody who doesn't really, I mean, not to sound like naive, but I don't need the money to do this. I'm not doing it for that. I'm doing it because I know what it's like to not have like that balance in your life. And females, of course, men too, but it's always in your mind. So I found it, so now I just want to share it with the world.
Absolutely. And the same thing goes for me too. Like, every fad diet that came out, I mean, back when I was 20, it was the fat-free craze. I don't know if any of you guys remember that, but when there was like, I'm sure the stuff's still out there, but like fake cheese, and it didn't even melt. Like, it was some soy thing. And I have nothing against vegans or vegetarians. If that's your thing, that's your thing. But for me, and what I found works best in my body is eating 6 whole meals a day that are planned. This program that we talk about, the nutrition plan, which goes kind of across the board now with Beachbody programs because it's so amazing at healing your metabolism and getting you to optimum health and eating whole foods and knowing what to eat, when to eat it. It's colorful. It's super fun. You just prep, dump, and go. If you have children or a husband, you can still cook the same food for them too, and then you just portion yours out so you know what you're doing if they're not on board completely yet, which your husband is now.
Yeah, my husband
just did it.
That's another story. My husband is an athlete. I mean, he's fit. He's not out of shape, but he had high cholesterol and high blood pressure from his diet, and he completely corrected it all through these programs. And he doesn't have to, they wanted him to take medication. It was super crazy.
That's right.
Yeah, I was like, no, not happening. So we're going to fix that. And what's so cool about this whole thing is that it's all natural. It's not something that's so scammy and, oh, do this in 3 days. And
it's not chemicals.
No, it's all your own likes and your food and your programs that you like. Everything is super. It's a community that I am support 150%. It's something that I believe in, the natural ways. So it's just really cool because you can see it for yourself and share it, and you have the opportunity to financially, build an income as well. So,
which is incredible. And back to the husband thing, my husband will die saying this, but okay. So here's the proof in the pudding. Speaking of high cholesterol, my husband and I just took out life insurance not that long ago, and we both had to do the blood draw. The little nursey comes over and she does her blood draw. And we wait, a week to hear our results. And my State Farm agent calls me back. And he's like, holy crap, Karen. I knew you would be, in the upper register of, awesomeness. But I did not know that you would get Super Preferred Elite, which is a tier in the State Farm insurance. There's only 3% of the people across the entire country that get that tier because they have so many little things they can knock you off. And my blood work came back premium. And I had been drinking Shakeology, following the food plan, and doing my 30-minute-a-day workouts. And my husband, on the other hand, had a Carl's Jr. habit on the way to work. I would make him eggs and steel cut oatmeal with all the crap on it. And then his little buddy that he works with, who's just a doll, would be like, yo, bro, you're going to hit Carl's Jr. So he'd stop and get the Monster Breakfast Biscuit, which has 400 milligrams of cholesterol in one sandwich. And he was doing this 3 to 4 times a week. He had a little habit. So when the blood work came back, he actually got knocked off 2 rungs in the life insurance because he had high cholesterol. And so my life insurance being, well, I'm 9 years older than him or whatever, something like that. Sugar mama, not really working on that with this. But anyways, we pay the same amount, even though I'm almost 10 years older, which is freaking crazy. And so on that note, him and Carl, they broke up. They're no longer friends. And so as far as I know, they're not going unless, you never know, but hopefully not.
Yeah, well, at least 80-20, right?
Right, and that's the whole thing. That's the thing, too. Blaine and I are, so about that. People, you cannot be 100%, maybe you can. We like to have our cocktails. We like to go to Vegas. You live in a resort 8 months out of the year.
You really
Things
have to
come up.
Balance your lifestyle and still have fun. And come on, we all grew up on shitty food that we still like. So there's nothing wrong with that. And still, come on, that time of the month, I'm going to get ice cream.
Straight for the chocolate, totally.
I was getting ice cream. And then my face breaks out.
And then we know what to do. It's okay, so that week's over, and we go right back on our plan. And you guys,
a 3-day quick fix.
Yeah, I know, right? And if you guys are following either of us in social media, you'll watch us go through that because it's a journey. It's not like, oh my God, I do this thing, I'm perfect, and then that's it. Ta-da, you've arrived. It's life happens. You're going to have events and parties and things that you need to get a little bit whipped into shape for, and other things where you're just screw that, whatever. But that's the journey, and that is what coaching is all about, about sharing that openly and helping another soul not feel hopeless, not feel like they don't have a plan that they could jump on when they're ready to do it. That's what I do. Our weekends are crazy, and then Monday comes around. I used to freaking hate Mondays because I had to go to a shit-ass job that I didn't love, building somebody else's wealth, and it effing sucked so much that I was having panic attacks when I was driving there and would have to pull over because I thought I was going to black out. Literally, and kill somebody on the road. That's how serious it was for me. And now it's Monday comes along, I'm boom, I'm online with my girls in our coaching community, recommitting to whatever it is that I'm committing to for the week because I know exactly what to do, and then inspiring people to do the same. That's what we do. It's so awesome.
And what's so cool is as I was doing my personal development this morning, just listening to my YouTube, I was listening to a book online through YouTube, but he talks about how, go part-time. Start off part-time, and the meaning of, don't think that you're doing this for $1,000 a month think that you're doing this for an extra $1,000 a month. Go part-time and make the extra $1,000 a month. Don't go full-time to just make $1,000 a month. That's not what this is about. It's really about, I mean, seriously, what we do as coaches is we run this thing called like 3 vital behaviors. We do personal development. We do the products. We share that proof the product works.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And so, I mean, drink Shakeology and do your workout. I'm obsessed with Sean T, so anything he comes out, I'm just all about. And basically share our story and invite people this opportunity. We have the opportunity to not only help somebody in their health and fitness journey, personal development, we have the opportunity to help them financially, and it's so amazing. And I don't know, I love the convenience of being at home, being able to do stuff online. We run private groups. They're amazing. We share recipes. We encourage each other. We do crazy videos.
Which is totally a blast. And we even do it when you're in Cancun. Like, yeah. It's the same thing. It's all online. So it's the convenience of your own home. And if you're having an ugly day and you don't feel like leaving the house and you got your hair up in a messy bun and you're just like, in your workout clothes, which I still am, by the way, since I don't even know what time this morning because this is how we live. It's just so amazing.
Awesome. You can do it all on your own time whenever you want. It's just really, truthfully, I think I spend I want to do it full time, so I'm really dedicating, but really I probably spend 3 full hours a day doing what I want to do. So can you imagine that, like 15 hours a week?
Mm-hmm. Amazing.
I know.
And that's what we're getting dialed in. I mean, really.
And that's, what we're talking about, too, is, like, where and who can do this. Like, you can do it from anywhere. Anywhere that you have Wi-Fi. I mean, anywhere that you have access to a computer.
Or your phone, for that matter. You can work it right from a smartphone.
And if you don't even, I mean, Karen didn't even have Facebook.
Oh, my God. Let's talk about that for 1 second. Okay, so I go to sign up to become a coach. Misha's signing me up, and I get my little program. And I'm like, I don't want to do Facebook. And she's like, do you not have a Facebook account? And I'm like, no, I don't have any Facebook. She's like, okay, this is how we do this, is online. Like, this is how we're sharing, and that's how you join the community and the tribe. And I'm like, okay, so that's something that for me, like, it took me a couple weeks literally of doing Facebook even, and wondering what the little people head thing is at the top, and the little world thing, and like, what does that actually do? I had no freaking clue. And if I can do this shit and learn it, like, after walking around a massage table for 15 years and having no computer skills whatsoever, I promise you will be awesome at it.
And it's just, too, about talking to people in public. I mean, I'm trying to get better at this. I'm not the best. Today I saw someone with a Shakeology cup and I wanted to, like, run up to them and be like, who's your coach? But I'm learning. And I'm stepping outside of my comfort zone. And seriously, in this last year, I've mentally became a better person than I was before.
Me too.
And I think BeachBody, I mean, this is what I tell my husband, but I don't know if he gets it because he thinks I'm talking about him.
Oh.
But I'm like, you know how you see somebody from high school, not even high school, somebody who's the same age as you. And, okay, let's say they live in the motions of their life. This is probably the best thing about BeachBody. Like, just to me, joining this is the best thing. Okay, so you see somebody and they're living in the motions of their life. They go to high school, they go to college, they graduate, they get their job. Okay, from their job, they wake up every day, go to that job, do the job, come home, watch their TV, do dinner. Then they have kids and all this stuff. And there's nothing wrong with that, but they're going through the motions of their life. They're listening to the local radio station with the same songs over and over. They're never, like, mentally growing alongside. And you wonder, like, I was thinking about this the other day, you wonder why parents, when they sit down with their high school kid and they show them something from homework, and they have no idea how to do it anymore. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing, because there's a lot of great things about going through the motions of life. I mean, raising your children and the experience, and I mean, if you choose not to have kids, anything, like, just in general, it's your choice. But have you ever thought about bettering yourself, or bettering your education, bettering your mind, expanding yourself? Why not read a book that will mentally help you instead of watching Grey's Anatomy?
Something like that.
Like,
totally.
I don't, and it's not that you can't, you have the time to do both.
Totally.
And people don't think they have time. And it's like, I'm pointing out my cousin for one, and she's going to kill me. Trisha. She was telling me, okay,
She's
I
so
work a
awesome.
full-time job. I have 2 little boys. I don't have time for personal development. And I go, okay. I mean, I understand. I know you're busy. And she is an amazing person. She's nonstop. Next thing I know, she had Awaken the Giant Within in her car on the way to work.
Yep.
Because she knew my underlining tone. I go, you can find time. There's this little window of time that people aren't utilizing. I mean, if my husband plays Candy Crush one more time, I'm just like, what are you doing? You could be bettering yourself. And we were reading, it was, Darren Hardy said this too. He said, only, the average person only uses 11% of their brain. And in 3 years, 3 years?
I think it was in 3 years.
Was it 3 years or 300 hours?
300 hours.
In 300 hours, instead of listening to the radio station, if you put personal development in your car, say like something you want to learn about, like you can have a PhD in 300 hours. Just listening to it.
Just listening in your car on your way to work or wherever
you would have the mindset and the education. So it's like the best thing about this. I'm not saying I'm smarter than anybody else, but I'm like,
sure you are.
I'm trying to just tell you that
if
there's more than the motions.
And if this is stuff that, I mean, you've been exposed to it probably before. I've been exposed to it a little bit being in the massage community about personal growth and that sort of thing. But I'd always thought, I wish I could just sit down and read a book. Like I had friends and people that I meet, like you were talking about people that are in your age bracket and I was talking about it earlier, you see the divide. When you meet somebody and who's carrying themselves well and who has a light about them and who is able to speak to you and look in your eye instead of looking down at the ground and feeling shitty about themselves and hopeless and like they're just going through the motions of getting by. And we are freaking meant for more than mediocrity. And it takes such a small difference in your daily habits to do a little bit of personal development and watch how your life will change over time. It's crazy. Like, I put PD on when I'm in the shower. I actually do the Darren Daily while I'm taking a shower.
I mean, even if it's like 5 minutes, that's
totally
all that matters. And seriously, it's just like, it's almost like seeing that quote that you're like on Pinterest. Okay, you're on Pinterest. And you see that quote and you're like, wow, that's it. Okay, imagine like 30 minutes of those quotes just like flooding in your system. Like, oh my God, that's me. So,
and it raises your vibration, truly.
It's really the coolest thing about this, and we share so much of it. It's so cool. I was one of those people I didn't really know. I would have been going through the motions, and
me too.
It's like you're striving for something more. But it's cool because the who and the where, like you can do this from anywhere. You can do it, and what the greatest thing is, we're doing it for life, like by design, because we want to do it. We want to have our own hours. I mean, be our own boss. And so, where you can do this anywhere, like, and it's so cool because we have such great variety. You know, you don't have to be the fittest person. You don't have to be a nutritionist. You don't have to be a fitness specialist. You just have to be a human being sharing your story. We have rock star coaches on our team, and they're all different because the people that I'm going to attract is not going to be the people Karen attracts, and it's not going to be the person that you attract. You know, it's just, it's life. It's everyone's different. That's what's so awesome.
That's what's so great about it.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to go out and try to cultivate people. Like, just by sharing your own story, the people that you're meant to help will naturally come out of the woodwork and ask for your help. And it's the most touching, beautiful thing to actually, like, you're talking about your Trisha. She was getting married. How much weight did she?
She's
crazy.
Like, yeah.
She just got married.
I think her and her husband had 135 pounds total that they lost
on doing this. Like, it's crazy. In a short period of time.
I made her sign up as a coach, and she's awesome. And I'm not kidding you. Once you drink the Kool-Aid of Shakeology, you're done.
Drink the Kool-Aid.
So, another thing too, like that we talk about, it's not just about the money. Okay, Karen and I have earned a trip to Nashville,
which we're going to July. Yes. To go be with everybody else, all the other coaches.
So awesome. They shut down downtown Nashville, and we get to work out with Sean T.
Yes.
So how cool is that? We also have earned a cruise, an 8-day cruise to Jamaica.
Yes.
So there's a lot of, BeachBody really cares about people, and they really care about the people who work for them. And it's amazing. I don't know, it's like there's so many ways to make money in this. It's not just helping other people. And it's basically like We'll leave some little emails and stuff, or little websites to explain it better.
I know. If you guys have questions, definitely reach out to us anytime. Like, this video is going to go into our YouTubes, and you'll be able to access it. But just please reach out to us, because there's so much passion in both of our hearts to share this magic that we found that is literally allowing us to work from anywhere, build our wealth. We can work anytime we want. It's not work. It's fun. This is what we're doing. This is our job. Like, this is a part of it. It's so
We're hanging
incredible.
out, eating apple chips, and making a video.
Making a video. It's crazy. And you get to
get paid every week.
And you get paid weekly.
Who doesn't love getting paid every week? Remember, the 2-week check sucks.
Oh, totally.
It's like,
and the coolest thing too is just watching people change their lives. Like, they get to take control over their lives as challengers or as coaches and plug into something that's really going to work, and it's beneficial for them.
I know. Like, I think in 8 months, I think I have like 150.
Ooh, you're at 150 now?
Yeah.
Oh my God, girl.
I know.
Good for you.
So awesome. I can't imagine what I'm going to be like in like 4 years. So
retired.
And another thing too is like, I would never quit this, because I would be quitting myself. You know, like, not only is this about helping other people, but it's about bettering yourself every day. And I feel like everybody wants that. Why would you not want that? And why would you not want to be healthy? I mean, today we live in this crazy world. The food is awful. So, I mean...
Unless you're at one of our houses.
Yeah, unless you're here. Or unless you catch me on that one week of the month. I'm just kidding. No. But I'm not somebody who judges other people, but...
Never.
It's hard to like look around and see the sickness that's in our country. It's every country, really. It's just so bad, and people just don't know what it's like to feel good, mentally or physically. So it's our mission.
Absolutely. To help you feel better, to help everybody feel better, and it's so simple. It really, really is. You just got to open your heart and be teachable, and we will definitely show you the way.
All right. Well, I think that kind of sums it up.
Oh my gosh.
Bye, guys.
Bye.